Good morning, my friends. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is in your part of the world, whether you're watching us live or you're watching the replay, which a lot of people do. Welcome to Sunday Inspiration with Bob and Pooki. This is season 2. That's right, season 2. We're in our second year of doing this, episode number 4. I am Bob Baker, and you may notice, once again, this was the case last week. Pooki is not here. She's in Hawaii. She's enjoying time with her family. She's going to do her best. I haven't looked at throughout the whole chat yet, but she said she's going to do her best to get up early. It's like 4 hours earlier there. And she's going to do her best to chime in the chat if she has a chance to do that. That's Keone, our lovely terrier, who's chilling out there on the floating round bed. I have a quick question for you. For some reason, let me know. I think my reverb is off. I'm pretty sure. But for some reason, I am doubting myself here, and so I just want to make sure I don't sound like I'm in a cave. But I believe the reverb is on now. That should sound like I'm in a cave, and this should be clean and clear again. Just let me know if I'm correct there, because I don't want to be sounding like I'm echo throughout this. So we have a great little show here in store for you. I'm going to be sharing the quote that changed my life. Thank you, Crystal, for confirming that. I appreciate that. I was pretty sure that was the case, but I don't know why all of a sudden I went, after months of using this thing, I'm going, is it when the button is on or off? Anyway, let's just start off with, I'm just going to do a quick part of a verse and a chorus from one of our songs. It's called Opening Up to the Good. You've heard it before, and sometimes I play a recorded version of it. It's from our album of that. It's the title track on the Opening Up to the Good. So let's just kind of get the energy going. Feel free to sing this along to yourself. Again, it's a very short version of it, but I think it would be. I will turn on reverb for this. Sing along. I am opening up to the good. I am opening up to the good. I am opening up to the good. To the good that is my life. Joy, I am opening up to the joy. I am opening up to the joy. Can you feel it? I am opening up to the joy that is my life. Love, I am opening up to the love. I am opening up to the love. I am opening up to the love that is my life. Opening, I am 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 opening to the good that is my life. I was going to end it right there. That's right. Are you opening up to the good that is your life? There's a lot of it's a powerful affirmation in the form of a song right there. What a great statement. I am opening up to the good that is my life. Not that the good that maybe could potentially be someday. No, the good that is present tense your life. So no matter what is happening, no matter what your circumstances are or how you may be feeling in the moment, there is good all around you. And that's what the part of doing affirmations and all this personal growth work is to stop and be present and recognize the good that is all around us. So welcome. This is Sunday Inspiration Live once again. And even though Pooki is not here, we are going to be, she's going to have a presence here because I have some video clips from last year that I'm going to share with you. And so, and then there's a new segment here. Lightheartedness is so important. It's a big part of my life. And so we've got the new humor segment with a little surprise twist for you there. I got a couple of original songs I'm going to be performing live in addition to the one that I just did. And so let's kick things off actually with a recording from, I believe, last summer when Pooki was in Hawaii, and she recorded a number of centering breath clips for you. And I'm going to play one right now. And so let's all get in sync with our with our breaths, and so bring a little of the Hawaiian Islands to you with this little clip from Pooki Lee.
Aloha, I'm here on the Big Island, and I wanted to take a moment to share with you the sacred breath of unification. You know, every Sunday morning when we go live on YouTube, I like to anchor us together in this unified breath where we activate our living life force essence together at the same time. So I'm here in Hawaii, here graced by this beautiful Mother Ocean. And in this, we are going to breathe in the essence of aloha. And then we're going to also exhale the essence of aloha into the world. So are you ready? We're going to come together in this sacred holy breath right now, breathing in deeply into the core of your being, aloha. And then exhaling, aloha. Breathing in deeply again, aloha. Exhaling, aloha. One more time, deeply into the belly, aloha. And then releasing with that sacred breath, that ha spirit of aloha. Thank you so much for breathing together with me and with our global community right now in this very moment. We are connected through our breath, through our hearts, and through our souls. So, it's so beautiful to be with you here. Love, 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 love. So much love for all of you. Blessings.
There you go. That's Pooki, recorded last summer. She just didn't have a chance to record something from this week, but I think you got the vibe, whether it was recorded today or a few months ago. And so thank you very much. We always like to do that. We like to take advantage of the live essence or aspect of these live streams and get in sync with each other. So there are people all around the world. Look at all, if you're watching live, or even if you're watching the replay, you should be able to watch some of the chats that occurred during the live stream, and it's just a global audience, people from all over the world. We'll be checking in with some of our folks, as we always do as we move along here. But right now, let's do some affirmations. So another thing that I mentioned before that we're doing new this year is we're going to kind of have a theme of the month. And for January, it's vision, or have a vision for your life. And then we kind of have a sub-theme for each week. I'm going to be sharing a quote, a powerful quote that changed my life in a little bit here. But it's all about vision and what's pulling you forward in your life. And so I'm going to pull up some affirmations here. I'm going to state each one and leave a little space for you to repeat it back to yourself. If you're ready for that, let's pull them up here, and just know that you're not just doing these alone. Other people around the world are stating these things, it's this intention along with you. So it's a very powerful thing that we're doing here. So here are the affirmations for this week. Now is my time to shine. Say it with feeling. I fully accept who I am. I embrace my many gifts. I express my authentic self. I have the skills. I have the vision. This is my moment. This is my time. So a lot of the affirmations I've been sharing here on Sundays are kind of pulled from or inspired by the 2022 like New Year's video that I posted, I think right around the first of the year. And so I'm taking different aspects of those. But again, these are, even though these were meant to be January, beginning of the year affirmations, these are powerful no matter what. I mean, just look at those. Now is my time to shine. It's always your time to shine. And you have to remind yourself of that on a regular basis. I fully accept who I am. You know, all those little voices inside about what's wrong. You just need to drown those out with a more positive aspect. I mean, sure, if there are things that you can change, you know, there's always things that you can be proactive about. Absolutely. Then take action on those things, baby steps. But fully accept who you are and everything that's happened to your life. Don't be ashamed. It's what happened. And so accept that and fully accept who you are and all your quirks and your many wonderful gifts. Embrace your many wonderful gifts. A lot of people sell themselves short on the things they've accomplished, the abilities that they've developed, whether those are in creative fields or just raising a family or household or business, whatever it is. And express your authentic self. A lot of times we water down who we really are to try to please other people. And this can lead to frustration because you're not fully expressing who you are. So yeah, express your authentic self. Acknowledge that you have the skills. That's going to tie into this quote that I'm going to share with you, that you already have what you need to be able to move forward or to do amazing things in the world. You have a vision that's pulling you forward, and whether you're acting on that vision or there's maybe another topic, but hopefully you do have a vision, something that's moving you forward, and just stating, this is my moment, this is my time. Those seems to be a couple of phrases that really resonate with people. And so let's see here. I think I'm going to do a song, and then we're going to check on some comments, and then I'll be revealing that quote. We got the humor stuff coming down the pike, so it's exciting. But yeah, I see a ton of people already. Oh my God, we got Kimberly here, and Robin, and Cynthia, and Melody, and Karen, Jillian, Christine, Susanna, Deanne, Cherie, Charlie, Michelle. Oh my God, these are familiar names. Samantha, Helen. This is fabulous. DMV is here. So we're going to be actually highlighting some of these as we move along. But I just want to kind of, especially keep in mind the people that are watching this on the replay. We hope that you, even though you may not be watching it live, and I hope you all know that once this broadcast ends, on the same page, you can watch the replay. I have a whole playlist of all the lives we've ever done. And so if you don't catch it live, or if you want to share it with somebody who missed the live, then just send them to this exact page. So right now, I'm going to perform a song that I actually wrote. It was a little more than 15 years ago. So I had played, in bands for many years and wrote songs on, in my 20s and 30s on typical topics related to a younger person about love and all kinds of topics and partying and things that were reflective of whatever was popular on the MTV and all that. I'm dating myself when I mention MTV when I actually did music videos. And so, but this is something I wrote, like in 2004-ish or something, when I was starting to more deliberately write songs with a positive message. And so this is kind of a little pop, like a little bit of a rock and roll influence for sure. Alternative rock, whatever you want to call it. And so, that definitely ties into our theme today. So I'm going to play this. As I'm playing this, leave comments. Let us know where you're watching from. If I might not know that, but if it's your first time or your first time in a while catching a live stream, indicate that. So, like if you're not a familiar name or face in the comments there, just say, hey, I'm watching from wherever your city or country is. And then especially if it's your first time, because we want to celebrate those who are joining us for the first time. And you're not only am I going to celebrate you, but you're going to notice a lot of people in the comments, they're welcoming you who are regulars, and there are a growing number of them. So let's do this song, shall we? Your life is lost and found, and you're losing ground day to day. Instead of a lucky break, another mistake comes your way. You don't know who you are, and you fell so far so soon. You're looking outside yourself, so you cannot help but lose. Well, if you're searching for something out there to hold on to, but you can't get a grip on, if you're looking for someone to show you the way, and you can't seem to find him, time to turn to the only one who can help you light the way. You know it's true, that someone is you. Yep, it's true. You feel like you're all alone and your telephone's on the blink. You're walking a thin white rope and your gyroscope's out of sync. You wanna sing rescue me, it's a travesty, you say. Life is so unfair, why should you care anyway? Well, if you're searching for something out there to hold on to, but you can't get a grip on, if you're looking for someone to show you the way, and you can't seem to find her, time to turn to the only one who can help you light the way. You know it's true, that someone is you. The cure is not out there, you can't search everywhere. The only place you'll find the truth is right inside of you. You believe it? The answers are all inside of you. You got what you need right now, baby. If you're searching for something out there to hold on to, but you can't get a grip on, if you're looking for someone to show you the way, and you can't seem to find them, honey, turn to the only one who can help you light the way. You know it's true, that someone is you. You know it's true, it's right inside of you. You know it's true, well, it's right inside of you. You know it's true, right inside of you. You know it's true, it's right inside of you. There you go. One of my earlier attempts to write a positive message song, and I put that one on the back burner. I hadn't performed it for a long time, and actually I think it was back in August or September. I actually did do that once before on a Sunday live. So some of you regulars may or may not remember it because I only did it once before. But when I kind of dug it out and played it, I'm like, oh, that's not a bad song. So I am let's see here, happy to have resurrected that, if you will. Let's check in with some comments now and highlight some stuff. I know there's always a lot of conversations where you're talking to each other, which is wonderful here. I know there's a comment. I saw the conversation about Cherie with a loss, but I don't know the details. So I'm gonna have to look into that. But Bob's music lifts us up. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Kimberly, thank you, Kimberly, for that nice comment about my voice. Samantha says it's such a reassuring song. Heart it. Melody concurs. It all starts with you. I believe it. Let's see here. Robin says you're so amazing. I thank you for your company. Oh, I guess that's a. Again, I'm not able to keep an eye on all of the comments, so some of you are talking to each other. Holly said she hadn't heard that song before. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Let's see here. Good morning. CeeLo says happy to be here. Chrissy from it's Chrissy. That's what that C stands for, from Arizona. Yay. Danielle says good morning from Louisiana. Shanetta, good to see you. Yes, she needs a good song this morning, don't we all? And there are songs available that you can pull up. Actually, a lot of songs that Pooki and I have recorded and made available, but there's a lot of it out there. So just seek it out and cue it up, and lift your spirits. Let's see here. Michelle is sending love, peace, and healing to all that need extra healing. Let's see here. I'm trying to scroll here through to find out some of the earlier conversations. Okay, so Cherie, I just caught this. Cherie said a very good friend of hers passed away last night. So there's a lot of words of comfort there, and so yeah, thank you all. This is what's wonderful about this global family, this global community that gathers here. And this gathers throughout the week on the channel and in our Patreon community, and the programs we do, like the Turbocharge Your Life programs that we do, and it's just so great to see you supporting each other and know that you can come here. Because I tell you, more and more as this pandemic kind of wears on, people have been in isolation for so long, or at least limited activity, depending on where you are and what your health situation is. A lot of people are feeling a sense of disconnection. And so it's so great that you are all supporting each other and getting some semblance of that community and that support and that just interaction with other like-minded human beings that we all need so much. And so here we got 2012 Gemini from Cincinnati, Ohio. Jessica, oh, nice. That's a lovely word. Thank you so much. Thank you for helping us become the best version of ourselves. Saying good morning, beautiful people. Melody earlier from what I said says that's so true about selling ourselves short. And then Robin, let's see. So Robin also had a friend that passed away today? Oh, so there's two people are experiencing loss, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm reading these correctly. Yeah. Oh, wow. So yeah, we all are going through stuff, that's for sure. Oh, thank you, Jillian. This is so sweet of you. Sending that super chat, such a beautiful song, so well sung. Thank you so much. So happy you were motivated to be a different kind of rock star than we usually see on MTV and elsewhere. Yeah, when I was in my early 20s, yeah, I wanted to be a rock star. I wanted to be able to be in a touring band and, play to tens of thousands, 10,000 people or whatever. But then I started pursuing other things. Even by my mid 20s, I started to publish a local newspaper and having other interests, and I realized all the work that went into becoming that successful, or at least a successful musician on a large scale, like household name basis or whatever. And I was actually at peace with myself when I chose to make music like a lifelong part-time passion, and it relieved me of all the stress of feeling like a failure as a musician. Oh, I should be doing this and should be doing that. It's like, so whatever level I chose to pursue it with, which was initially on a local level, and then using the internet. I mean, right now my music's probably reaching more people than it ever has because of the success of this YouTube channel. And so yeah, I continued to play music and write songs and record songs. It didn't slow me down in that manner. It was part-time. I did it as I could because other things I focused more on that newspaper for 10 years, and then it was writing books and inspiring creative people, and now it's this YouTube channel and the related podcast. And so yeah, I chose my own path. We all get to decide. Here's a really important lesson for you. You get to determine how you define success in your field or in your life. Don't make it based on what somebody else's perception of how you should be successful, or whether it's in life or as a person or in a particular field. You get to choose. I feel successful as a musician. I never had a hit that was on the Billboard charts or anything, but I've reached a lot of people, both locally here in St. Louis and using the internet to get our positive music to people who really can be uplifted. And what better way to serve than to have music that positively impacts people? Of course, I use my voice in other ways too. Spoken word to the affirmations and such. Cherie says, Bob, your song and encouragement from everyone is very uplifting. Yes, Robin also lost someone. So yeah, sorry about that. It took me a while to get caught up there. But that's all. Send them both some love. I know you already are, but let's just do it even more intentionally. Let's see here. Demetra, good morning. Watching from the beginning now in New Jersey. Fabulous. And here's, oh, hi, Nita. Good morning from San Francisco. So, yes, welcome one and all. It's great to have you here. Let's see here. And welcome if you're watching for the first time. So I'm going to go ahead and queue up, I guess. It'll be interesting to see how long we go. I know when Pooki is here, we often, and we don't have our, have to leave a little early to go perform. There's one Sunday a month, as many of you know, that we perform here in town at the Center for Spiritual Living. That was last week, so we don't have that constraints. But it's interesting to see how long we'll go without Pooki here. But no, it's gonna be great. I think right now I'm gonna queue up. I'm gonna reveal that quote that changed my life, and then we're gonna shift and do some lighthearted stuff here. I hope you're up for that. Because we could all use that. So anyway, so this is actually, instead of me speaking about this topic and sharing this quote, I'm actually digging into the archives of my YouTube channel. This was recorded, I believe, in the summer of 2017. So you just got to keep in mind at this point, oh, and by the way, oh, Cherie, that's very sweet of you, sending another super chat. Bob, you and Pooki and Keone have raised my happy level. I love that song, so uplifting. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Again, sorry for your loss, and Robin and other people I'm sure here have experienced loss of various kinds, whether they're people or pets or just changes in their life, their livelihood. And so we're sending some positive energy, healing vibes to everyone. But so back to when I published this, I was probably 6 months after publishing my the first few or handful of affirmation videos. So at that time, I'd been on YouTube for a long time, so I was sort of mixing in these new affirmation things that were getting a lot of views, and I was experimenting with guided meditations and meditation music, and just kind of playing in that realm to seeing if anyone was interested in this stuff. But at the time, I was still mixing it up with content that videos that I have been creating for many years that were designed to inspire musicians and authors and creative people. So you'll notice that's the slant here. But I think this message is really relevant. And this is a quote that I've kind of lived. And so I'm just going to share that video with you. We'll watch it a little bit, and then we'll come back. And feel free to let me know as you're watching it what you think of what I'm saying here, and we'll discuss it a little bit, and then we'll continue on. So here is a video, the quote that changed my life from that I recorded back in 2017 on the front porch of the house here. Hey, today I'm going to share with you the Teddy Roosevelt quote that will change your life. Seriously, it's one of my favorite quotes, and I actually believe that this philosophy that it embodies is primarily what's responsible for allowing me to make a living in the arts since 2004. Want to know what it is? Well, stay tuned. Hi, I'm Bob Baker, author of The Passion Principles, The Empowered Artist, The Guerrilla Music Marketing Handbook, and many other books. Welcome to my video channel, where I dish out marketing and career advice for musicians, writers, visual artists, and creative entrepreneurs of all types. So if you don't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. So I'm recording this on my front porch in the suburbs of St. Louis, Missouri, so there's a good chance you may hear some background noise from the neighborhood. But that shouldn't deter you from my primary message, which is this Teddy Roosevelt quote. So what's the quote? Well, let me read it to you now. Do what you can with what you have right where you are. I'll say it again. Do what you can with what you have right where you are. These words have resonated with me for many years. So what I'd like to do over the next few minutes is just break this quote down piece by piece and explain what this actually means to me, and more importantly, how you can apply these principles to your own life in the arts. So the very first word of the entire quote is a really important one. It's do. Do what you can. The first word, do, it implies forward motion. Yes, it implies taking action. So for anything to happen, for you to make things materialize, to take your goals and bring them into the real 3D world, you have to take some sort of action. You know, plotting and planning and conjuring is all great, You have to spend time visualizing what you want and maybe plotting a path, but at some point, sooner rather than later, you've got to get busy in the real world. So yes, that first word is an all-important one, do. So the next part of that opening phrase is what you can. You know, a lot of times we have our ideal situation, like we have a goal to publish a book or to release a new music album, do an art show. And maybe in our ideal world, we would love for certain things to be available to us, whether that's a budget for promotion or to have a publicist or someone competent who can help you make this thing happen. But when those aren't available to you right away, what do? Well, a lot of people stop. They wait until some magical point in the future when they have those things, then they think that will allow them to make progress. But the truth is, you can do something right now. It may not be the ultimate big step that you desire, but taking any action is far better than just continuing to think about it and doing nothing. So the bottom line with this idea is don't put limits on what you can do now. So it's do what you can with what you have. Let's examine that second phrase, with what you have. Yes, we all have desires for resources that would really help propel the thing that we want to make happen. And human beings, for whatever reason, seem to automatically think about all the things that they don't have, that they feel that they need before they can make progress. But the question I put to you is, what do you have available right now? What can you use that's right under your nose, that you have easy access to, things that you can borrow, probably things that are already in your basement or in your house or in your head? You have plenty of resources at your disposal that you can put to good use right now. For instance, I would love to have a professional camera and, video set up and all this good stuff, be able to hire a videographer and an editor. However, that's something I'm choosing not to invest in right now. So what do I have? I like doing video, been doing it for years. Well, I have this iPhone. It's what I'm using right now. So this is what's available to me. It's what's available to you too if you choose to do video. So I'm using it, not putting off the professional setup that I would ideally like to have. I may get there someday, but in the meantime, I'm not going to wait until that magical day arrives. So what do you have access to right now that you can put to better use? So the full quote, again, is do what you can with what you have right where you are. Now let's examine that last phrase, right where you are. Again, your current circumstances may not be the ideal situation for you. Maybe you have a day job and you would love to devote more time to your art, but you just can't do it right now. Or you'd love to have the money to invest, but it's just not available to you. Wherever you are is the perfect place to start. Don't use your circumstances as an excuse for not taking action, for not making progress. Geez, when I was building my author career back in the late 90s, early 2000s, my daughter was a toddler and I had her half the time. I worked a full-time job. I didn't have a lot of extra time to devote, certainly didn't have any money at that point to devote into building my career, notoriety or whatever as an author, but I did what I could. I spent nights and weekends, and some nights I actually had to fight off sleep to hit some deadlines and to get some stuff out there. I was just dedicated to chipping away with it. And that's why I think that this philosophy is what's responsible for me eventually getting to the point where I could quit the day job back in 2004. And I've been making a living in the arts ever since. Not by some grand thing of waiting for the ideal day to arrive, but by chipping away at it, by doing what I could with what I had available to me right where I was at that time. And you can do the same thing with your art. Wherever you are, whatever resources you do or don't have access to, you can make progress. You can take baby steps. You can hone your craft. You can share it using freely available tools like the phone that I have. It's not free, but you know what I mean. So I hope this inspires you and motivates you to do more with whatever your art is, whether that's music or the written word or visual images, whatever that is. Do what you can with what you have right where you are. I hope you found this helpful, and I also hope that we can stay in touch. The best way to do that is... All right, I'm going to bring that to an end there because I talk about a lot of things that were relevant at the time, but not so much now. Although there is still a website where, or an email list where I do send out periodic messages, because I have a podcast called The Creative Entrepreneur. If that resonates with you, if you want to get on that email list, maybe I should put it in the chat here, so I don't have it up on the screen. But it's promoteyourcreativity.com. Let me just type that in there. Promote your. Just make sure I'm spelling it right. Creativity. Is that right? Creativity.com. I'm going to put it in the chat. I don't know if it's going to be a live link in there. You may have to copy it and paste it. But you can get on the email list. And I actually give you a bunch of samples from my different books for creative people when you get on that list. And then, I'll periodically send out an email with stuff that I think I have to offer for creative folks. No matter what your area of endeavor is, it could be music, writing, visual art, whatever, cooking, totally up to you. But I saw some lovely comments here. Let me just go back and try to highlight some of them. Oh gosh, let's see. Trying to find the stuff that I saw earlier, which was really good. I know it started with, wow, now of course I can't find what I'm looking for. So Deanne says she's watched this video so many times. Yeah, Deanne actually said when she discovered my channel, she went back to the beginning and watched just about every video. That is so funny. That's a lot of content because I don't know if I have 1,000 videos. I don't know how many total is on the channel. Jessica says, but she left the dog with you. Okay, taking a dog to Hawaii by plane is not he's better off staying here. That would have been probably traumatic for him. Jillian says, I love the quote. Needed to hear this today. Susanna also re-emphasized the quote there. Shanetta says, I've never seen this video, but this quote is powerful. I was looking for. Here we go. Charlie said, Teddy Roosevelt has always been one of my heroes. This is a great quote. Thank you so much. Yeah, he's got a lot of, and I think it was, what's her name? Brene Brown quoted his The Man in the Arena or whatever. There's a really powerful quote. If you look that up, I can't remember how it goes, but it's pretty powerful. Maybe somebody could Google that and pop it into the chat there. It's about being in the arena. And people who criticize you who have not been in the arena. I don't know. Robin says, love this quote. Cynthia, this quote hits home. Let's see here. Oh, Shanetta says, this quote is so true. Basically, I've been told this most of my life in different words. Use your God-given talents because you have the power within. It's within you. Stop only searching outside for answers. Such an amazing confirmation. Holly Ann says, the quote fits right into my model of working within one circle of influence. Do your best and leave the rest. For Jillian, it reminds her of the serenity prayer. Focus on what you can control and creatively target your resources there, and don't beat yourself up, especially for the things you can't control. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Yeah, what words of wisdom there. Samantha, let your talent shine into the world. We all need your unique awesomeness, bit by bit, and then bit by bit. Yeah, baby steps. There's no, everyone thinks that they have to wait until they can make this huge monumental push forward or this big launch or whatever. Just chip away at it. Move slowly in the direction of those things that you know you're destined to create or to be. Kimberly says this quote resonates with my life as I build with little help in my life. I feel even better when the results show up. Absolutely. And good. So yeah, for the things to manifest in the material world, it starts with a thought, and that thought, and then a feeling, a belief that you can make it happen. And then you have to, of course, pair that with action, with an activity. And a lot of people think, oh, if I don't have, hours and hours to devote to the activity part of it, it's not worth doing. But everything that I've accomplished has been chipping away at it little by little, and just continuing being sort of determined and persistent in moving toward that thing that I feel strongly about. Shanetta, just do it. Cannot be successful if you don't begin. So awesome. Thank you so much for all of those. And Cherie there says, powerful words. Yes, we are our most powerful force. Oh, be proud of the baby steps. Progress is progress. In fact, yeah. And stop judging about, oh, I should be further along. I mean, as long as there's a certain constructive discontentment, like you feel a frustration of not getting this thing out into the world. As long as you use that to pull you forward. So maybe next week, or a future week, I'm going to talk about the gap between where you are and where you want to be, and how you use that tension, because there's always a difference between our current circumstances and the circumstances we envision for many of us. And so, how do you respond to that tension? But I'm going to save that for another time. Let's see. So, okay, we're going to shift gears here. I know there's some serious conversations going on. But I'm just gonna switch gears to a more lighthearted mode. So, I have a little something. I'm actually going to incorporate a little improv here. And so, ladies and gentlemen, whether you're ready for it or not, this is a brand new segment that should be a regular little ongoing short portion of our ongoing Sunday lives. And this is a new segment. It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be why. There you go. That's right. I took time to actually record that and put that together for you. I just felt this segment needed its own theme song and little video intro. And so every week I like to share some jokes. They're sometimes corny. Some of you might say they're always corny, but I'm going to share some of them right now, and then I'm going to do an improvised version of these jokes. So we're all familiar with the such and such walks into a bar jokes, and so I just thought I would. I looked up some that really particularly hit my funny bone, so I'm going to share them with you right now. And why are we doing this segment here? Let's just kind of preface this because life gets very serious. Especially as adults, we lose touch with that childlike playfulness that we had as kids, that we're kind of born with, and it gets kind of covered over with the muck of daily life. And then, there obviously there are things when we lose people and pets, and things change in our life that we have every right to feel frustrated and sad and grieve. Absolutely, those are valid. But I just think so many people. So we're not using humor in this case to cover over or ignore anything negative that's happened in our life. We're using it as a tool that we should regularly engage in just to live a more happy life. I actually saw this quote from a Saj Guru. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. He's kind of a mystic or whatever. Has a lot of. It's a big presence on YouTube. Says a lot of wise things. But I may have to grab a clip of this and maybe share it with you in a future week. But he talks about the importance of playfulness and how it's our birthright to be more playful and lighthearted, and how it adds so many aspects to our lives. So so that's why I do this. And plus, it's one of my big values is this laughter, humor. I love laughing myself. I like helping other people get in touch with that lightheartedness. So here we go. Here are some walked into a bar jokes. Okay, ready? Here we go. Should I cue up the? No, not. Maybe, I don't know if I'm going to have the sound effects or not. E flat walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve minors." This is like you musicians would especially appreciate that. So here we go. Let's see. Oh, the past, present, and future walk into a bar. It was tense. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Oh, here's a good one too. These are really geeky kind of jokes, but Comic Sans, Helvetica, and Times New Roman walk into a bar. Bartender looks up and says, "We don't serve your type in here." All right. They're going to continue, folks. Only 3 more, and then I'm going to improvise some with your help. A cornstalk walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "Want to hear a joke?" The cornstalk replies, "I'm all ears." That was kind of a lesser joke. Lesser form of laughter, I should say. A mushroom walks into a bar, but the bartender yells at him to get out. The mushroom is shocked and says, "But why? I'm a fun guy." And this one right here is my favorite. I've never heard this before, but it's hilarious. Here we go. Ready? I'll let you be the judge, though. A bartender says, "We don't serve time travelers here." A time traveler walks into a bar. I gotta think about that one for a minute. So there you go. If you have your own walks into a bar jokes, feel free to pop them in there. Now I'm going to do something that's kind of risky here. So I teach and perform improv comedy, and there's these things that short form. They're called short form improvisers or short form improv, which is the kind of improv you see on Whose Line Is It Anyway? And so there's this age-old joke around thing called 185, and for some reason I don't know where the number came from, but the setup is 185 blanks walk into a bar punchline. So you get a suggestion from the audience to fill in that blank. So it's, again, that setup is always 185, whatever it is, walk into a bar. And then, so usually in a show, you have several people that are in the cast, and we get a suggestion, and whoever has an idea steps forward. So you have a group. So if one person is stumped, usually someone else. So I'm doing this solo here, so I'm really risky. Doing this on a. It'll be a challenge. So what I need you to do is in the comments put like suggestions. So this would be like objects or occupations. There could be a toaster or a lawnmowers walking, so they can be inanimate objects. They could be specific occupations. Yes, Jillian, that's right. Yes, and is the foundational principle of all improv. It's based on agreement. Yes, and. Oh my God. Okay. I see we already have some. So I need an object, or you could say occupations. I guess you could do food too, or animals. And just pop some in there, and let's just see what I can come up with. And again, if you want to share your own walked into a bar jokes, feel free to do that. Let's see that. Okay, I'm going to do it with cummerbunds. I think that's what Jillian meant there. 185 cummerbunds walk into a bar. Bartender says, wait a second. Don't waste my time. These are all based on puns. Okay. Cummerbunds. Okay. Oh, my God. Okay, 185 hamsters walk into a bar. The bartender says, "What do you have?" Hamster says, "Give us shots of Jack Daniels and make him wheel strong." Wheel strong. Okay. Oh my God. Let's see. Grandmothers walk into a bar. God, let me think here. 185 grandmothers walk into a bar. Bartender said, "What do you have?" They said, "Margaritas on the house with just a pinch of salt." I don't know. I'm thinking of grandmothers pinching the cheeks of their grandkids. Oh my God! Look at this. Balloons. I need to focus on one at a time here. Okay. I'm going. And any of you see these comments and want to wheel strong? Okay. Want to supply your own? That would be great. Elephants. You think their elephants would have a? Let me think about that one for a minute. All I can think of is Dumbo. Swiss chard. That is some very specific stuff. Let me just try to at least come up with one more here. That's a winner now. Come on now. Oh my God. Yeah, 185 balloons walk into a bar. The bartender said, "Hey, last time you didn't pay your tabs. You guys can just float on out of here." All right. I think we're going to wrap up this. So thank you so much. This has been everyone's favorite new segment. It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Shoo-doo-be-wah. I'm not sure why I added the shoo-doo-be-wah in there. That's actually my voice using this harmonizer toy that I got Pooki for Christmas. It's a little vocal transformer thing. But for some reason, I wanted to add a shadooby-wah. Oh, Charlie, you're way too kind. Wow, Bob, you have a wonderful talent for extemporaneous jokes. Does that come from your experience with? Oh, yeah, totally with improv. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing improv on and off and teaching it for many years, and it's a great skill. In fact, I am doing a. Some of you have joined me on some of these, but this coming Thursday evening, it's at 7 p.m. Central in the U.S. I'm doing an improv class on Zoom, and it's a drop-in class, so you don't have to have any experience, or all experience levels are welcome. And if you just want to come and have some fun for 90 minutes, that's happening on this coming Thursday evening, at least evening in the U.S. So. So let me know. Maybe I'll post a link to where you can sign up for that. But that would be awesome to have you there. Let's see here. Oh yeah, let's talk. So thank you so much for the. Oh, that's funny. 185 Keonis walk into a bar. Okay, Jillian, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to supply your own punchline for that one. That's awesome. So thank you for your. I'm trying to see if any of you posted any jokes. 185 termites walk into a bar. White elephants take us out of the room. Oh, Floki. If Floki the pug is enjoying this. My God, tired nurse aides. My God. All right, so I'm gonna have to look at those comments later. I want to remind you, I want to encourage you to find other way other than just seeking out a video and it pops up on your timeline or whatever when you log into YouTube. There's some other ways that we can stay in touch. Many of you are already on this list, so probably preaching to the choir here. But for the last couple of months or so, I've been sending out inspirational messages about 3 times a week, generally on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And if you have a phone number that's based in the U.S. or Canada, it's really easy to get on it. Just send any text message, any whatsoever. And if you're watching this Sunday, maybe say "Love the jokes, Bob," something like that, so I know that you've heard about this during this broadcast. But just send any text message to 314-742-8339. And you'll pretty quickly get back. I can auto reply from the service that I use. That you'll have to click the link, confirm your basic contact information, and then agree to get text from me, and then you'll start receiving these texts. And for those of you who get them, feel free to leave a comment on if you enjoy getting those, because many of you do. I think there's over 800 people on that list now, and I have a subgroup that I send out. Reminders like 15 minutes before we go live on Sunday mornings. I don't send that to the whole group because that might be early or not everybody wants it. You have to opt into that or just let me know you want me to add you to that list. And so you can include also Sunday reminders, text to me or when you're replying to a previous text. There's like over 100 people though on that list. And so many of you probably showed up. In fact, if you are here because you got that text reminder, let me know. Or if you just get the text in general, let people know how you benefit from them. But again, that number 314-742-8339. Let's see here. Let me pull that down. And then if you would like to get email updates from me, you can go to my website dedicated to this work at bobbakerinspiration.com. You go there and it'll be real obvious how to sign up for the list. You just enter your name and your email. And then you'll have to take that extra step to go to your inbox and click a confirmation link to confirm that you're a human being and that you actually want to get emails from me. And for the trouble of taking the time to do that, I'll give you 6 free MP3 downloads. The link to that will be included in the welcome email that you get from me. So that's another way for us to stay in touch. Let's see here. Jillian says 185 dogs walk into a bar. The bartender says, "What'll it be?" One dog says, "We're hung over. We need the hair of us." That's a good one. The hair of the dog. Now the jokes are coming here. How does a cucumber become a pickle? He goes through a jarring experience. Very nice. Deanne says Bob's texts are so beneficial. Thank you so much, Dee. Appreciate that. Anya, first time here, catching a Sunday live, not a replay. Good to have you here and see you. That's awesome. Jamie says she originally found me on Spotify. Yeah, I got both. I have a affirmation meditation podcast on Spotify, and then like 14 albums of digital of affirmations and some music there under the artist name Bob Baker's Inspiration Project. So I'm trying to make this stuff as widely available as possible. Hey, Brianna said, came on late, going to start over. I actually don't receive texts, but applied for them. You know, all you got to do is send a message there and then respond to that follow-up autoresponder thing that you get. Wow, Robin, your dad used to perform with Jerry Lewis? That's amazing. I'd like to know more about that. In what way? That's pretty cool. Cherie says that, yes, Bob, text reminders are greatly appreciated. That's awesome. Bob, so how is Keone holding up without Pooki? That is a really good question. He's doing really, really well. So it's the two boys hanging out at the house here. I think he's a little bored with just one human in the house. I try to pay attention to him, and it's been really cold, so it's been difficult to get out for walks more than just running him outside to go to the bathroom. But I think it's I'm going to try to get him out more. But I think he's a little bored here and there, so I try to entertain him as I work in my work schedule, and he gets to hang out and meet in the office here sometimes too. Jessica says, thank you for those inspirational messages. They really come in handy for myself and whomever's around me at the moment. They keep me on my toes. That's awesome. Cool. It's like getting a little reminder from a friend, just saying, just reminding you to focus on the good in your life. All right, Clara. Clara's good for this. A ghost walks into a bar. The bartender says, sorry, we don't serve spirits. Very good. See, it's all about the puns and the wordplay. I love it. So here's what I'm going to do now. Again, Pooki's not here because she's in Hawaii with her family, but I have a clip that was recorded last year, maybe last spring or something, where it's a great talk by her. And so I'm going to cue that up, give my voice a rest here, and let you enjoy a little energy and a message from Pooki from last year, where what did she talk about here? Whoops. Uh-oh. Hang on a second. I thought I was queued up, but now I got to find it. So give me a second to remind myself of what I'm looking for. Hang on. Okay, ready. I'm going to have it in just a second here, I promise. Thank you for your patience. Now, what the heck? Well, that's weird. I have the name of it here, but now I'm not finding it. Oh, maybe it's somewhere else. Well, I did that big build up and thought that I was going to treat you to that. Hang on, let me look in a different place. Thanks for your patience here. Now that I teased you with it, let's see. There we go. I found it now. Enjoy.
So that was just perfect. What Bob was saying about it's already inside of you, right? And what is that that's already inside of you? When we really connect to it, it's our light. It's our love. It's inside of us. It's who we are. It's what we're born of. This love, this light. And so this is just a very brief opportunity to connect with that light within you. And then to allow that light to expand from within your own being, and then shining that light out into the world. And we can do that with our hands like this. We can just put our hands up. Just shine our light. So this is about acknowledging that which already is. Your beauty, your magnificence, your power. And it's the acknowledgement of that power and its ability to heal not only you, but to heal our world. Right? So every act of love is powerful and important. And we are that love. So we don't have to look for it. It's not outside of us. There was a long time in my life where I thought that love was outside of me. And I looked for it everywhere. And I could never find it. I could never find that foundation of love. That's because I was looking in the wrong places. I was looking out there. When the reality of it is it's right in here. Because it is who we are. Okay, so this is real short. It's just a moment. We're just going to take a moment in time together. And what we're going to do is we're going to activate a ripple of love from our hearts in this divine moment right now, out into the entire world. Out into the entire world. So you can close your eyes if you want to. You can keep them open, whatever you like to do. But I'm going to close my eyes because it just helps me really center. And so let us begin now. So what I want you to do is just begin to focus in your internal landscape and focus on that light within you. See that light. Now, maybe that light within you is a bright light and it shines brightly. But maybe it's also a dim light. Maybe it's a light that hasn't been fully expressed in a long time. But whatever the light is, however bright it's shining, let's just acknowledge in this moment right now the presence of that divine light within us. As we go inside, we connect to that light. Breathing into the moment, taking deep inhales and exhales, and fully being present with the light within you. Now with each breath, with each inhalation and exhalation, see if you can get that light, set that light to shine brighter, to expand. See if you can get the light to grow within you, the truth of who you are, this light, this love. As you see this light expanding, allow the light to fill your entire body, every fingertip, every toe, all of the follicles of your hair, your face, your arms, your legs, your body. Just feel the light reaching every cell within your being. Feel this light, this love expanding to all those places. And feel the brilliance of that light. Feel the healing power of that light right now within you, healing all aspects of your being, bringing them into alignment with your divine light, the divine love that you are. And just breathe into this in this moment, gently, easily breathing. Rest in this place of divine healing. And now, we're going to take this moment to radiate this love out into the world. So as I was saying, you can bring your hands forward in this way. You can maybe see the light shining out from all of your fingertips or from the palms of your hands, shining out into the world. And just hold this intention of sending this light out through your hands, the palms of your hands, through your sacred fingertips, and allowing this light to be spread all over the world, creating this ripple of light from wherever you are. We are now beacons of this love, of this light in holy moment, shining our light, our love into the world, bringing healing to all places, all spaces, activating love, the divine healer for all beings everywhere. Love, love, Now bring your hands together in front of your heart and bow. Giving thanks and gratitude for this beautiful moment that we've shared together. Thank you. The world needs our love so much right now. Thank you.
Well, that was an awesome message from the beautiful Pooki Lee, who we miss because she's visiting her family in Hawaii, and it's a number of hours earlier, so it's probably too early to have been able to join us even in the chat this morning. But I think I noticed something interesting, because quite often throughout these live broadcasts, no matter what we're doing or singing or talking about, there's a lot of exchanges in the chat, which is great. We love you. We want you to communicate with each other because this is your family gathering. So do so. But I noticed the chat really came to almost a halt or slowed way down during that. So that tells me that you all were listening and doing the exercise with her of visualizing that and sending your love out into the world. And so that's a wonderful thing. As I was just sitting here picturing you all in your various homes around the globe doing this simultaneously. What a powerful thing. Yeah, that was so awesome. And so that was, she did that during a live broadcast last year, and you could tell it was early on. It must have been early on in the year, because before we had a green screen, and we try to up the production values. And then I took that clip and then added some extra images there and posted it to her channel. So I think that is a video on her channel, which you can find at youtube.com /Pooki Lee. So she's trying to build up. She's trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. She's like 700 something, or close to 800 or something. But so go over there and subscribe to her channel. Subscribe to this one if you don't already. Just because you're watching my videos does not mean you're actually a subscriber. So you can join these 260,000 subscribers who are currently subscribed to the channel. So we'd love to have you. Follow us both. And so I want to remind you some other things, ways to stay in touch, to kind of even get deeper involved in this vibe of love that we're doing here. So I always like to remind people of another option, an ongoing option you have to connect with us in a deeper way, is join our Patreon community, and you can get special perks when you do. Basically, Patreon is a site that's set up for people like you to support creators like us with a small ongoing monthly contribution for as little as $5 a month. That's the lowest level. You can be part of that family and get access to monthly Zoom calls, and we create throughout the month. I'll create some exclusive content for our Patreon supporters, and I'll do things like I'll give you like sneak peeks of some things that we're working on. Also, I'll make the MP3 downloads of some of our videos available for your personal use. And so there's little perks and PDF files of printable affirmations and things that I'll post throughout the month. But we'd love for you to come and support us there and be part of that family. There's actually a number of you names that I recognize here in the chat that are already doing that. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. And also, if you don't have one already, get a copy of my book, The Power of Affirmations and Positive Self-Talk. It's available on Amazon and more than a dozen countries. You'll be able to, or pretty much anywhere where books are sold, in both paperback and ebook formats. And I'm going to be working on the audiobook soon. I'm a little behind schedule on that one. But I hope to have that out soon. I'm going to pop a web page into the chat box here. If you would like to, this gives you more information on the book, but also information on how you can get an autographed copy. If I'm shipping to an address in the U.S., I will autograph the book. Pooki will too, if you request that. She'd be happy to. And we'll throw in a copy of our CD, Opening Up to the Good. And so all of that $25 in the U.S. covers the priority shipping and the book and the CD. And so many of you have taken us up on that. And so if you'd like to get that, I'm shipping again to an address in the U.S. International shipping is just a little bit trickier, and so what I would so I'd get that from Amazon. And however, if you do buy it from Amazon, just let us know, and we can actually maybe do a digital signature that we can email to you. We've done that for a number of people, including Holly Ann. That's something that you can print off and use as a bookmark, and if you lose it, you still have the digital file to print off another one. So that's an option for you. So just reach out. There's a contact form on my website at bobbakerinspiration.com too, if you want to reach out in that way. Let's see what else is going on here. I mentioned the text earlier. Again, if you missed that, just send any, if you're in the US or Canada, or your number's based there, just send any message to 314-742-8339. Let me take a quick look here to see if just that maybe acknowledge some people that may have reached out this morning. Like I'm seeing Jamie and Mary, Danielle, maybe, Erica, Tina. These are all like new people that have just signed up for the text to get the texts, and so so thank you very much. Now, if you're outside of the U.S. and Canada, I didn't mention this earlier. I do have a channel on the Telegram app, which a lot of people use around the world. There's that address, and everything I talk about is in the description of this video. So figure out how to open that up. If you are outside of the U.S., again, I'm not sure if these are clickable links when I put them in the chat or not, but there is the Telegram address if you want to. I post similar stuff there as I send out by text, but the service that I'm using, unfortunately, only will send text to. It's only good in the U.S. and Canada. Our numbers based there. So let's see here. This has been awesome. I'm just gonna maybe pop in. Oh, let me take this down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Holly said, "Yeah, love the digital signature. Now I have a way to get the CDs to Australia." Oh, now I have to find a way to get the CDs to Australia. Demetra, is it love the jokes? Definitely need a permanent segment. Well, I've already committed to a permanent segment. I've even got the new jingle in the video, so I'm going to be playing that, and maybe we'll do more segments like that. You know, we as we've done this, we're in our second year of doing this. The production values, they're still not high, network whatever quality, but I think you admit, if you look at the videos that we started off with, or the way we streamed live on Sundays. A year ago, there's been a bit of an upgrade, and I think I'm realizing I'm spending like at least 3 hours of like preparation time for every. So it's like it's taking up a little more of my time, but it's something I'm kind of passionate about. We love coming together and interacting with you here on Sundays, even though they're not the most popular videos. Most of these videos, the Sunday live streams, get maybe 2,000 or so videos on our views, I should say, on average. And I think I've pointed out that we often lose like 15 subscribers to this channel who maybe just this isn't their cup of tea, or whatever. But we do it anyway because my other videos get a lot more views and are more popular and are maybe responsible more for the growth of the channel. But we do this because we know it's important. It's important to us. We love serving this community, having a vehicle and a forum for you to come together here on Sundays. And then we've created the other ones like Patreon too. Well, yeah, it's really meaningful for us. So I'm just enjoying adding more bells and whistles as we go along here. So I think I'm going to be performing a final song. Let's see here. Let's see. Jillian says, your production values are excellent. Okay, yes, the link you put in the chat is live. It goes directly to the page. Cool. And Shanetta says, I have to have physical CDs. Yes, I'm old school. Yeah, I love physical books. I love physical CDs, but I'm streaming more. Yeah, I do stream a lot of stuff, and it is very convenient. But if you want that physical product, we've got those. Any other links I can put in there? Let's see that we talked about. Oh, here's the let's see here. If you want to learn more about the Patreon community, I'm going to pop that in the chat too. we would love to continue to grow that family there. On our next Zoom call, I think is next Saturday. Is that the 29th? That's our next one. So if you sign up this coming week, you can join us on that call. Let's see, and then here's where you can get on the email list. Oh man, we're just popping all kinds of things in here. And if you want to learn more about our music, here's a link for that. Give me a second, and then I'm going to play that song, and we're going to wrap things up here pretty shortly. There you go. So all kinds of links for all kinds of stuff, depending what you're interested in. We're working on new music, too. That is in the pipeline, and hopefully we'll have some new digital albums out, and maybe we'll figure out if we should do the CDs, too. Did you have fun, everyone? Leave some messages about how you're feeling now. We've been whether you just joined 5 minutes ago or you've been here for an hour and 15 minutes. Just let me know how you're feeling. Is it uplifted? Is it you got a smile on your face? Just post something in there just to share with your fellow family members here about how you're feeling and how you're going to take this energy into the rest of your day and hopefully the rest of your week too. All right. Where is my? There it is. Here's a song I wrote maybe a few or several years ago. It's another little poppy number. I'm going to check in on those comments after I do this song. And so this one is, I put the lyrics on the screen here so I can look up and look at you instead of down somewhere else. So this is a song that I wrote that once I fleshed out the lyrics, I realized what it was. The meaning behind the lyrics is that if you've ever experienced something that was like amazing, like this life-changing, and you try to explain it to someone who didn't go through that experience with you, you never do it justice. And so this song, excuse me, was basically about that, telling someone about this particular experience. I can see a lot of comments rolling in there. I'm going to be checking these after the song, but this is called Find Your Way. Let me add some reverb, and here we go. I'm swimming into ocean. I'm living in the now. It's deeper than the ocean. It's like a wedding vow. It's much more than emotion. It's something I adore. It's like a love potion, but it's so much more. I may never find a way to explain this to you, so I hope you find your way too. I'm flying over mountains. It's like I'm in a dream. I'm drinking from a fountain. I'm floating downstream. If I ever find a way, I'll share this path with you, so you can come and feel it too. Whoa. Much more than emotion. It's something I adore. It's like a love potion, but it's so much more. I may never find a way to explain this to you, so I hope you'll find your way too. So I hope you'll find your way too. So I hope you'll find your way too. Short and sweet, catchy, I hope. So yeah, that was a fun song that I wrote several years ago now. I guess I need to put the years on these things. It's always longer ago than I think. Let's see here. Just gonna pop in and see what your thoughts are. That's a reference to something that Melody said. Good morning. I was looking for comments about how you're feeling. So grateful for this more amazing community that's truly positive, inspirational. Always a joy to be here. Thank you, Shanetta. Always great to have you here. Look at all those kissy faces there. Awesome. Hi, Barbara. Good morning from North Carolina. Glad you can make it here on 2012 Gemini. To get to the end goal, take action bit by bit, small steps. Great. I'm glad that quote rung with you in some of our earlier conversations. Carrie says she's not under the weather, but she's feeling uplifted. That is wonderful. Oh, let's see. Shanetta, there's all these kind words. Love that. Love that here. Jamie's feeling uplifted, encouraged, all the while being inspired. Robin, also feeling grateful for all the love and the support today. Yes, indeed. Boy, you can come here and you count on people just piling in on you with a love, with a big hug. So feeling great. So happy to catch today. Thank you, Tanya. Melody says, yes, that was fun. Always enjoy my Sunday morning with the global family. It's so awesome that so many of you are just regulars here and really get so much out of it. It just fills our heart with joy. Deanne, I'm so grateful for our Sunday gatherings and feeling good. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Thank you so much for knowing you get more views elsewhere, but it means a lot to us. Oh, know that people still have not moved past YouTube. Not sure. Yes. So yeah, it's not all about. Not everything you do has to be earth shattering if it's meaningful to even a small group of people. But there's almost 100 of you that are live, and then again, there's like 2,000 views on these videos throughout the coming weeks. Feeling happy and content. We'll be gardening today. Robin, yes, feeling so uplifted. Rob says, I feel connected. Jamie says, this is amazing. So thank you. Let's take all this positive energy. Oh, there's Mary Rose. Enjoy everything you do. I look forward to Sunday. It's like visiting with family. That's right. It's like Cheers, or everybody knows your name. I have so many tabs open right now. I guess I threw a lot of links at you. All right. Cool. Oh, that's right. Danielle is one of our newer Patreon supporters, and that's right. Yeah, I think you already signed up for our next Saturday is our next Patreon Zoom meeting. So there's links in the description and in the chat if you want to join us on Patreon and join us on that call. So I'm going to wrap things up here. Well, even without Pooki, I made it. We're at 1 hour and 22 minutes plus, so we got pretty close to 90 minutes here, going solo with those video clips. Everybody, I really appreciate you. Love you so much. Thank you for loving me and Pooki and Keone, and for loving each other in particular. It really means a lot. So go out there, take this energy with you throughout your day, throughout your week. Spread love and joy. Remember to laugh when you can work. Just work that into your life as often as possible. Find reasons to feel light and playful and creative. So we'll see you again down the road this week and next Sunday. Have an awesome day. Thank you. And as I always like to end my videos with, this is Bob Baker saying so long for now.